Welcome to this month's newsletter. Today is May 12th. Apologize for not putting one out last month. I was extremely busy. We hope we'll try to be more regular from next month. Anyway, looking at the Nifty at this point, looks like we failed at the double top here. Trying to form a double top. It's not a double top yet. Remember, the formation is complete only when they break the lows down here. So at this point it looks like one, but we haven't finished the formation yet. Obviously there was resistance at the previous highs. We are now sitting on this support line. If you draw in at all these tops here, you do get a trend line. Notice the gap up back here. So this is a good trend line. They probably have another day to support on this trend line and go up. If not, the next target would be your span B support here. And then there's one more support coming off these lows. So I would not want to see them break the Kumo here. But at this point, I wouldn't want to be long either. Long would be above above the cloud here. Remember, Chicago is below these candles, so you are bearish at this point. Be light on the long side. See what they do here, whether they support or not. Looking at Bale, again, nothing there to be excited about. To see why it failed here, you just look at weekly charts. Here's the weekly chart of Bale. Notice the Chicago in a congestion zone, so they couldn't break that congestion here. Also, it's hitting the Kumo on the weekly charts. That's the trouble when you try to play long on the daily charts when the weeklies are bearish. So I'm not saying you can't, but you have to be much more nimble in that situation when you're fighting the bigger trend. So at this point, there's nothing to do. The Kijun is going to go flat at this point because you are this is the low and that is the 26-week high. 26-week high and the 26-week low. So until that changes, the Kijun is flat, which will act as equilibrium. So nothing to get excited on this one about. Here's Bank Nifty. I hope many of you took advantage of the Chicago breakout here that we teach in the courses. That was a really good move. And then at this point, same scenario. You are inside the Kumo. Your target will be the bottom of the Kumo unless they start going up again, and then you wait for another Chicago breakout. If they do break below the Kumo, you do have this trend line to watch for. If they break that, then you can have some real major downside. BEML, nothing there either. Notice where they fail. There's a Kumo shadow here. Let's see, right there, and another Kumo shadow right there. So you need to keep noticing these Kumo shadows. They do act as support and resistance. So also, if you go on the weekly charts, you are inside the Kumo. You're bearish in nature. So again, this would have been a good time to buy, even though it's bearish in the weekly. When it closes above the Tenkan here, you could have bought it with the anticipation that you're going to be nimble. It could reverse any time, but so you would keep your eyes open for where resistances are on the weeklies and the dailies. So as I said, you need to be a little bit more nimble if you are playing a bullish chart on the daily when the weeklies are bearish. Walkheart Pharma, somebody asked about this one. Nothing there. You continue to hold your short. Notice how they failed here at the flat Seneca B. This thing is having an extremely hard time. Chicago has never been able to break out over the Kijun, over the Kumo. So you continue to hold your short on this one. Sale. Notice again they failed right at the Kumo shadow. This one is, let's zoom in. It's sitting on the Kumo. Notice that you have lost the Kumo protection, the support here. It's a flex Kumo, not much resistance, or rather much not support there. So if the bears can drive this down, this has a good chance of going down. But at this point, I would neither be long nor short. For going long, I would want to see the Chicago breakout, and for short, I would want to see the Chicago breakout along with the price to the downside. Tata Steel, big move down. Where did it fail? Kumo shadow right there. If we look at the weeklies, notice the Chicago bumping into these candles. So again, the same thing. A lot of stocks are bearish on the weekly, but they do look good. They looked good on the daily, but you have to be careful if they are bearish on the weekly. So Coal India, they have just broken this uptrend line. Maybe give them a day again to go back over it. If not, you could be looking at downside towards the bottom of the Kumo here. And lastly, let's look at IDFC. Again, nothing there. You do have a Kumo shadow, which it failed at. So if you go to the weeklies again, you'll see that they are also bearish. Also bearish there. So and the Kijun was flat. Kijun was flat. You did have your bottom, the 26-week lows down here, and the 26-week highs were up here. So the Kijun could never move here. So it's going to stay here for a while until these are broken at this point. So it's just going to bob around a period of congestion. That will be it.